Hello, fellow learners. I'm Jyotsna, and you're watching my channel. This channel is for those people who want to improve their spoken English, who want to become more confident while speaking, and have a natural flow in their communication. This channel will help you speak English in various situations, whether you are at home, you are at a party, you are in the office, you are at school, you are at any workplace. I hope you enjoy this journey with me. I have a very basic mantra. If you use that mantra for improving your English speaking skills, no one and nothing can stop you. It is simply listen, pause, repeat. Say it after me. Listen, pause, repeat. What does that even mean? That means when you are listening to a video like mine, or you are watching a movie or any other video in English, or you are listening to a podcast or an interview, or even if you're reading a book aloud, what do you have to do? Listen. Listen to yourself, listen to the TV screen, listen to me, listen to anybody else. Pause. If you're looking at a video, you can just pause that video and repeat the word which you feel will help you improve your English, or repeat the sentence which you think will be good for you to learn. So please do not forget this mantra and use it through all my videos. Don't just do it once or twice. You can pause and repeat as many times as you want. And I'm hoping you will listen carefully, because every word I speak will enter your memory and come out when you need it as we go along our lessons. Let me not call it lessons, let me call it as we go along this journey of speaking English fluently. Today, I want to talk about communication. What is communication? Communication is basically talking to someone or listening to someone. It can be an interaction between two people or more. You would need someone when you are having a conversation. A conversation between two people or more happens when one is talking or the other is talking, or all of the people are talking maybe in turns or over each other, and also asking questions to understand what the other person thinks. So communication is a way to express ourselves. Now I will say this in another sentence, in another way. Communication is a way to articulate what we feel or what we are thinking, our ideas, our emotions, anything and everything. So this is communication, and I'm happy that you are looking at my video and you want to improve this communication, because a good communication, a good communicator is an asset to everyone around him or her. And good communication is an asset to you. A communicator being able to express himself or herself at the workplace or at home, amongst friends, at parties, at an outing, at an unknown place, at an hospital, at the police station, anywhere. So let's begin this simple journey by talking about the basics of communication. What is the first basic thing of communication? The first basic thing is vocabulary. What does vocabulary mean? It means the words which you use to put yourself across. Now pause and repeat after me. Put yourself across. What does this mean? Express yourself. Repeat. Express yourself. Put yourself across. Being able to convey what you want to say, what you are feeling, what is in your mind. So as you pause and repeat these phrases or words after me, they will become part of your vocabulary. So vocabulary means words. Now we have to combine these words for them to hold a meaning. The word itself has a meaning, but when you're communicating, you would need to use more than one word. Sometimes a single word, yes, no, please, or thank you, can communicate what we are trying to say. Sometimes more than one word, like I don't know, I wonder, I don't care. These 2 or 3 words together form phrases which are also used in communication. But for a longer conversation, you will have to use sentences which have more words. Always remember one thing. Don't try to make long sentences. Try to keep your sentences small. Our English professor taught this to us during our MBA classes. He was very clear. Keep it simple. Your idea is to convey the meaning, so don't try and complicate things. Keep it simple. So this is my next mantra for you to always remember. So we have done words and we are now moving to sentences. What are sentences? Sentences are a combination of these words. These words may be nouns, they may be verbs, adverbs, pronouns, conjunctions, prepositions, and many more. When we are framing a sentence, or when we are making a sentence, or when we are constructing a sentence, or building a sentence, again pause and repeat all these words. The words mean the same thing: building, constructing, forming, framing. As far as a sentence goes, they mean the same thing. So when we are trying to make sentences, what do? We don't think, oh, I must put a pronoun in between this sentence. Somewhere inside this sentence, I must put a verb. No, it doesn't work like that. You don't have to memorize grammar. You have to just put these words together without thinking which part of speech or which part of grammar we have to use. Here a very important thing comes in. Practice, practice and practice. What is the other subject besides English in which we have to practice, practice and practice? Can you guess? Yes, I'm sure most of you will get it. It is mathematics. The more you practice, the better you get at it. That is why it is said, practice makes perfect. Whether it is a subject, whether it is a sport. If you are playing football or cricket or you're riding a horse and you don't practice, you will never be good at that sport. Am I correct? So we must practice. Today I'll explain the meaning of how we change words from singular meanings to a longer sentence which makes a totally different meaning out of those words. Just imagine. What is the meaning of imagine? Just think in your mind, okay? Just picture it in your mind. Just, if you want to close your eyes, close your eyes. You want to keep them open. But imagine a plate. I can actually keep that plate in front of you, but I want you to improve your imagination. So imagine a plate, okay? What is inside this plate? On this plate. Nothing can be inside the plate. If it's a bowl, you would say inside the bowl or in the bowl. A plate, you will say on the plate. What is on this plate? Just imagine different flowers on this plate. What are the different flowers? Just name any of the flowers that you can think of. Roses, lilies, chrysanthemums, marigolds, hibiscus, and so on. You can name as many as you want. So I have this plate with flowers on it. Each of them is a noun. The plate is a noun. The flowers are noun, right? And flowers are on a plate. What is a? A is an article, on is a preposition. So we have used so many parts of speech and made this sentence. Now just imagine yourself taking a needle and a thread and stringing these flowers. That means, putting the needle through the flower and stringing them. So when we have strung all these flowers, what do we get? We get a garland. What is a garland? We wear a garland, or we offer a garland to deities in a temple, or we welcome people with a garland, right? So that's a garland. We have made a garland. The meaning of those flowers has changed. That is how we have to join words to form a sentence and change the meaning of the words to what we want to say. Have you got this? Got this? And this will come only through practice. Practice and practice. So pause the video now and just say whatever you can to express yourself like I have done with the same flowers. We can also make something else with these flowers. We made a garland. Now what else? If we stand these flowers up like this, okay, like this, like this, like this, instead of putting them like this, what do we get? We get a bouquet of flowers or a bunch of flowers. Now pause again. I said bouquet. So you listen, bouquet, and repeat. Bouquet. Now bouquet is spelt with a T at the end, but it's pronounced without the T. That means the T is silent. So this is a bouquet. Have you understood? From this, I will take you to the three main pillars of English communication. What is the first? We already discussed. First is vocabulary. Now in my subsequent videos, I will play some games to help you improve your vocabulary and also practice it. The second pillar is sentence formation, which we just discussed. How to put together words or string together words or combine words or connect words. Again, pause and repeat all these words. Combine, string together, put together, join together to make a sentence. Now the sentence has more meaning than a single word. So being able to make these sentences is what is communicating. The sentence could also be of different types. It could be a simple sentence, it could be a complicated sentence, it could be a question, which is an interrogative sentence. So there are different types of sentences. We will dwell on that also later in another video. The third part is the pronunciation. What is pronunciation? It is the way you say a word. Initially, don't get worried too much about the pronunciation. First, correct your sentence formation. Automatically, as you practice and you keep listening, pausing, repeating, you will be able to pronounce the words correctly. For example, what am I doing? I am shooting a video, right? So I am saying video. Pause and repeat. Video, video, video. It's not video or a video or anything else. It's a video, a video. So you try to break up the sounds also. You have to break up sounds and join them and break them up and join them to be able to pronounce the words correctly. Am I getting across to you? What does that mean? Are you understanding what I'm saying? So we will dwell on all these aspects slowly and steadily. But don't forget the mantra. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.